Okay, so I'm interested in the question, can you get all the way to Philadelphia from here without going through the countryside? Um, and so for that purpose, I'm just going to go in that direction, um, through essentially the most populated route possible. Since I figured this out, I actually know the answer as to whether this is possible or not, but no spoilers. Now, Um, you find often that you can't go the way that you want. Sometimes it's actually blocked off like it is here. Whatever they were doing that day, 7th Avenue was not available. Um, so, let's see that. Okay, this is Broadway. That works pretty well. We'll just go down Broadway. Um, Ordinarily, you would get out of Manhattan, from Times Square using the tunnel closest to you, right? But, we're going to use the Holland Tunnel instead, like so that we can end up stepping through New York City like this. Going toward the World Trade Center in the distance. You can see here there's another spot that's blocked off. It's not that, that there's just nothing to click on this way. So, unfortunately, I'm going to have to go down this way. Um, Wait. 7th Avenue, 16th Street. Okay, I want to go down 7th Avenue this way, right? That's right, this was the spot where you can't go. Um, we can go that way around. And I expect to get lost on multiple occasions in this virtual trip, just like you would in real life. Um, okay, here we're at Washington Square Park. Um, let's see, is that the right way? We look at the compass needle. Yeah, we want to go south, which is this way. So we're getting sort of the scenic route through the streets of Lower Manhattan now. Okay, 6th Avenue, that's what we want. See the white building at the end? That's near the tunnel entrance. The cross street there is Light, which is, possibly the shortest, best known street in New York City. Maybe it's about a block. Hey, is that a fight? Oh, no, that's just two pedestrians. Looked almost like a fight in the distance. Um, okay. Now, how did we get to the tunnel entrance from here? It's right here, right? Yeah, it's over that way. Um, yeah, Holland Tunnel, New Jersey. Now watch, I'll probably get screwed up again. Um, Wait, there's the thing up there. Looks like it was an unusually light day for traffic. There's usually quite a backup in this area. Um, okay, so here's the Holland Tunnel entrance. And so now we can head for New Jersey. See, it only took us 4 minutes to get to this point, so at this point we're still well ahead of what a car would take. Because we don't need to worry about all this traffic. Okay, so this means we're going well. We're going straight under the Hudson River toward New Jersey. Switched boards of the tunnel, which right in the middle, which happens in these sorts of virtual tours. Yeah, it's interesting, like one side has the blue stripe and the other side doesn't, so you can actually tell, which side of the Holland Tunnel you're in from appearance. Um, Okay, here's the exit to the Holland Tunnel, so we go through the booths, past the Home Depot. Okay, now, I remember that what we want actually is that we want to go, we want to stay on something called New Jersey 139, which here it is, it's next to this red building. You basically want to go straight from the end of the Holland Tunnel. Uh, I guarantee you that we're going to get lost here. It just can't, basically it's hard for Google to keep track of what is what in this area because of all of the overpasses, and your GPS will get you lost here too. It is the Bermuda Triangle of road navigation. Um, I think I'm actually might be doing this fairly well. Let's see. Okay, so now I think I'm off. Yeah, this area is full of these Lukoil stations. It's like this part of New Jersey buys all of its gas from Russia. Yeah, okay, East 139. Okay, 139 is what I wanted. Yeah, I want South 19, detour South 19, which unfortunately you may end up in a different era on Street View following those signs where yeah, I think I remember that what I want to do is I want to go this way. Oh, that's interesting. Someone hit the sign. It's also, yeah, okay, that's even a relatively new sign. It has like old signs actually, it turns out for historical reasons have a different font on the interstate highway system. Um, okay, South 19. Let's see, what is that sign pointing at? Um, I think it's that way. But yeah, okay. Looks like we may have hit things right, or not. Maybe. Yeah, there's Newark in the distance there, actually, which is what we're shooting for right now. Yeah, South 19, beyond Newark. Okay, so things are going well. Yeah, you can see it's putting us all over the place. Uh, in fact, I think this is, yep, yeah. This area is full of these old steel bridges. This is the Hackensack River right here. Um, then there's a bit of land here between the Hackensack and Passaic rivers. You know, heavily populated. As I've said, the idea um, potentially is to get to Philadelphia along the kind of the route of maximum population. Um, and what I'm going to try to do is record this as a series of short YouTube videos, because of some problems that I had before trying to do this. Um, okay, now we're on NJ7, which I think is not what I wanted. Um, let's Okay, now the reason why I'm doing this is, that I found that trying to navigate from this thing is kind of difficult. Yeah, okay, this is the area that we're in. Um, yeah, that's not crazy for what I wanted, but it's definitely not what I wanted. Um, yeah, I think what I want to do is just follow this thing to 280 across the Passaic River and then go down 21. This also gets us a view of some of the New Jersey wetlands. Um, you can see this, it kind of looks like we're leaving the urban area, but we're not really, like this area is just mostly it's too wet to build anything on. Um, the ecology around here actually, it's much better than it used to be. I remember the first time that I saw this in the 1990s, it looked pretty bad, and like now you actually see big flocks of geese in this area, and things like that. Um, okay, I think that I'm still on something that I didn't want. Oh no, wait, this is still 7. Um, yeah, it's just that it's going straight across here, which is definitely not what I wanted. I can probably turn around and backtrack and get back onto what I wanted because I'm around here. Um, yeah, yeah, this thing marked Newark Jersey City Turnpike is, I think, what I wanted. Except that I wanted going the other direction. I ended up going toward New York City there. And I want to stay on it like this. Okay, and then I think I can take this. Okay, so yeah, there's this giant postal distribution facility here. I remember this from being on multiple road trips, where, as I said, everyone gets lost in this area, and that you just sort of learn these things. That postal facility is a sign that we're doing things right. Um, yeah, yeah. So here, as I said, the it looks surprisingly rural, but that it isn't. Like this is all a large industrial area on the edge of New York City that happens to have a bunch of wetlands in it. Um, yeah, that's now let's see. Okay, so now I'm in the area around this interchange. Yeah, I think what I want, if possible, is Harrison Avenue, which will go straight into the middle of Newark. Yeah, here's Harrison Avenue. Okay, and you can see that we're back in, you can see that we're in quite an urban area again, now that we're on solid land. Yeah, so, and we've got that big building in the distance. You can see we're now making a beeline straight for the center of Newark. And you can see that we're still, it looks kind of like New York City light, really, like there's no spaces between the buildings, like very solidly urban here. And, well, I'm in the area, like this might sound kind of strange, but I, recommend that people actually try to see New Jersey sometime, like it's, okay, yeah, so this is the Passaic River, so, this is the boundary of the city of Newark here, so this is Newark on this side. Okay, now what I wanted then is to reach the center of Newark. Let's look at this again. Yeah, we're very close, it looks like. Um, yeah, so we just want to go south. Broad Street, yeah, that's actually what I want. All right. Okay. So this basically goes in the direction toward Philadelphia, although, I don't think this actual street goes all the way there. Um, but so now we're no longer on Broad Street. Okay. Yep, okay, that's the right direction again. Yeah, you'll notice now that we're no longer in a thicket of overpasses, and so things actually click properly, that, Google can actually string the sequence of images from the cars into a coherent structure in this area. And so it is not a Bermuda Triangle of, computer navigation. And now it looks like Broad Street is kind of merging into a highway, which is something that I don't want. Let's see. Yeah, yeah. So I think what I want to do is I want to go this way. Just cut through this neighborhood. Wait, yeah, there was something that went through. Oh, yeah, okay, but this does end on something useful. Um, so this is Elizabeth Avenue. Yeah, okay, so this is the direction that I wanted then. So I should be able to go through then to Elizabeth, New Jersey, which is what I wanted. All right, so this is going well. So you can see, like we've not even remotely entered a rural area yet. Um, and in fact, that by US standards, this is very urban. This isn't even the suburbs. Um, although, yeah, it's, yeah, you can see that you run into some areas with some, impressive old houses. Okay, we actually end up back on Broad Street, which, okay. So it looks like we've succeeded in getting out of New York City and, traveling along the area of, kind of maximum population density toward Philadelphia. And we're getting up in the length of the video now, like we're close to 20 minutes. So the next thing is to find some place, you know, to switch. Maybe in the middle of Elizabeth, which is not very far down Broad Street. Yeah. Yeah, so you'll notice here, let's see, yeah, we have, we're in the middle of Elizabeth, New Jersey, and so this looks like a good place to stop.